Okay. You shooting horizontal or vertical?
Uh,
Horizontal, huh?
I can do vertical. You want to try that?
Yeah, let's try that.
We're gonna try to mirror all the shots on this camera and see how it goes.
That's right.
Well, as you just heard, yeah, we were gonna try to mirror. I can't say mirror, right? We're gonna try to mirror all of our shots, like basically whatever he's doing, I'm gonna do on the Osmo Pocket 3. That's what I'm shooting these vlogs on, and some of the vlogs. Other times I just forget to bring it, or I wasn't even thinking about it, and I'm like, oh, I want to shoot this, and I end up shooting on my phone. But these ones here are shot with the Osmo Pocket 3, and so we were like, well, why don't we let's see what this is like. So this is another clips package where the client purchased some B-roll clips as well as some informational talking head portions, which I think was about a maximum of three or four talking head portions where they're giving informational pieces. So I'm out here with my trusty dusty little 120 watt portable battery powered light with the light bank on it. And we're over here shooting these curated B-rolls. And so, yeah. And we're like, well, what if, again, all in an attempt to see if we can deliver a decent product that would be potentially better than an iPhone on regular settings. Not talking about shooting an iPhone on log, but in regular settings, and something that we could deliver for a minimal price. Now we're toying with that idea. Obviously, not both of us will be out there. All of this is still in the kind of the experimental stage, and we're trying to figure it all out. But we're pricing a certain price right now, but we're trying to think about packages that can be smaller, so that when we're not doing the big packages where we're bringing all the equipment and all the grip and all the lighting, and two cinema cameras or whatever, it's like, can we find other things to fill our days which have minimal editing and is relatively easy work, with something like an Osmo Pocket 3, which would make it really lightweight. It's something, all of this can fit in one camera bag, in a sling, and we could just send it out and shoot this stuff and, be there for an hour and a half, two max, get a certain amount of money, and then we're out of there. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what we're toying around with. And, I even have some personal friends of mine who I've also been toying around with that idea as well, where it's like, hey, let me, I shot a promo, and I have a vlog on that one as well. So I'll talk about it in that one, but I shot a promo for them. And I also did some of the shots with the Osmo Pocket to see, will this compare? Is it close enough, and will they like it? So, but I have a vlog on that one, and I'll release that pretty soon here. So here we are, just kind of playing around with, the light and the light wand, which I thoroughly love this piece of equipment, man. It's quick, it's easy, it's not spilling light absolutely everywhere. It does spill light without a doubt, but it's not spilling light everywhere. Now, I just actually bought the egg crate for this thing so that we can focus it, the grid, so that we could focus it a little bit better, so it's not spilling light everywhere. But I love the fact that this thing is so portable, and yet it's nice and long, so it could be like a far side key, and I'm not necessarily right over there. My hand is not booming over their head to get that far side key. It extends far enough. So it's a really great piece of equipment. And like I've been saying, this Osmo Pocket 3, man, the fact that it has a form of log. It's not the log that we have in our Sony cameras or our Blackmagic cameras, or even the Canons or anything like that. It's not like a real log, but the fact that it's log and it's flat enough to where we can color grade it in the ways that we can. We're not really bringing information back, but with the kind of color grade that we can apply to it, it looks much more like mirrorless camera, and looks less like iPhone footage. So once again, the whole idea and the premise for these videos here that we're shooting for this client is that we're trying to basically evolve with the changing times, and we're trying to provide a product for the market that these clients are in. They're not looking for a huge brand promo or a brand story that we've been providing for businesses that you've seen us do in the last few vlogs. And they're not looking for a commercial, that we're looking to move into, that we've done a few of those in some of the vlogs. What they're looking for is that middle ground, and we want to make this middle ground both doable for them and affordable for them, and also doable for us as far as it being a little bit easier to do, so that it's feasible for us to come and do it for a certain price, to get paid, and yet we're not killing ourselves with the work and basically underpricing ourselves, and kind of robbing ourselves and other video professionals in town. Because then when we start doing that, it becomes a race to the bottom, and we definitely do not want to play that type of game. We want to be competitive in our pricing. We want to charge a livable wage. This particular shot is kind of one of those shots of what it looks like on the pocket if we were just to do something pretty simple, moving it back and forth. Anyway, that's all I have for you on this short vlog, and I will see you on the next one.